Title: The Whispered Pact. The dust danced under the single, flickering light bulb that hung precariously in the center of the basement. A stench of dampness and rotting earth permeated the air, clinging to the throat like a shroud. There were 5 of us, 5 friends bound by an unhealthy curiosity and a childish desire to defy the unknown. We called ourselves adventurers, explorers of the occult, but in reality, we were just reckless youths playing with fire. The ritual circle, meticulously drawn with white chalk on the stone floor, glowed faintly under the ultraviolet light we had brought. Arcane symbols, copied from a forbidden grimoire found in a dusty library, seemed to throb with a latent energy. 12 black candles surrounded the circle, their wax dripping like dark tears. "Are you sure about this?" Sophia asked, her voice barely audible above the racing of my own heart. Her eyes, normally full of life, now reflected the panic we were all trying to conceal. "Too late to back out," Marcos, the leader of our little group, replied with feigned bravery. He had been the architect of all this, the one who had convinced us to summon a dark entity, an ancient demon, according to the book. Marcos, always seeking thrills, always pushing the boundaries. We began the ritual, reciting the words in archaic Latin that Marcos had transcribed. The tongue felt heavy, strange, as if the words themselves carried a malevolent energy. The air thickened, becoming oppressive. The candles flickered, casting dancing shadows that played with our minds, distorting familiar figures into monstrous caricatures. As we progressed with the invocation, the basement gradually grew colder. We could see our breath in the air, like ethereal ghosts watching us. A chill ran down my spine, a feeling that something invisible, powerful, and malevolent was drawing near. Suddenly, one of the candles went out. Then another. And another. In seconds, the only light we had left was the spectral glow of the symbols on the floor. The silence became absolute, broken only by the nervous gasps of my friends. Then, the voice resonated. It was not a human voice. It was deep, guttural, like the roar of an ancient beast. It vibrated in our bones, penetrating to the depths of our souls. "You have called me," the voice said, making the walls of the basement tremble. "Now I belong to you." The ritual circle glowed intensely, a blinding light that forced us to close our eyes. When I could open them again, I saw Marcos standing in the center of the circle. His eyes were completely black, devoid of any trace of humanity. A cruel smile stretched across his face. "Marcos?" Sophia asked, with a thread of a voice. The creature that was once Marcos slowly turned its head towards her. "Marcos is no longer here," it replied in a demonic voice. "Now I am something else." Terror paralyzed us. We were like prey caught in the gaze of a predator. I tried to move, but my legs refused to obey me. The creature moved with unnatural speed. It grabbed Sophia by the neck, lifting her off the ground as if she were a rag doll. She screamed, a choked scream that was abruptly cut off. I watched in horror as the life faded from her eyes. The creature threw her to the ground with contempt and turned towards us, its black eyes gleaming with an insatiable hunger. One by one, we fell victim to the entity. Heartrending screams filled the basement as our bodies were mutilated and our souls shattered. The air became saturated with a metallic odor, the smell of blood and fear. I tried to escape, crawling towards the door, but the creature was too fast. It grabbed me by the ankle, dragging me back to the circle. "You thought you could escape?" it said, its voice echoing in my head. "You made a pact. Now you must pay." I felt unbearable pain as its claws dug into my flesh. I saw my own blood gushing out, staining the stone floor. My screams joined the chorus of lamentations of my friends. In my last moments of consciousness, I saw the creature watching us, pleased with the spectacle of our suffering. Its smile was the very image of evil. Everything went dark. I don't know how much time passed. When I awoke, I was alone in the basement. The ritual circle was broken, the candles consumed to the end. The bodies of my friends lay scattered on the floor, mutilated beyond recognition. But worst of all, the creature was gone. It disappeared without a trace. Or so I thought. During the following months, I was tormented by horrible nightmares. I heard whispers in the dark, felt its presence lurking in the shadows. I knew it was watching me, waiting for the opportune moment to claim me. One day, as I was walking down the street, I saw my reflection in a shop window. But it wasn't my reflection that I saw. It was the face of the creature, smiling mockingly. I understood then that I hadn't escaped. The creature had left the basement, but it had taken something with me. It had taken my soul. Now I am like it. An emptiness, a vessel for evil. I am becoming the creature we summoned, forced to wander the earth, seeking new victims to quench its insatiable thirst. And I know that, Somewhere, in a dark basement, someone else is preparing a ritual circle, ready to make the same mistake we did. And I will be there, waiting, whispering in the shadows, ready to claim what belongs to me. Because once the pact is made, there is no escape. The Whispered Pact takes its toll.